Remember, we were talking about how Dallas the other day, it's one of the best shows we did. Dallas was sleep deprived because you were up all night with your dog at the emergency vet.
Yes, I'd had 90 minutes of sleep. So we could not figure out what was going on. We went to bed. She normally is one of the first ones that lays down. She goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And she was panting, pacing up and off the bed, just jumping up and down. I had no idea what was happening. So I got up at 10:45 and headed off to the emergency vet. Get back home 2:30 in the morning. And so they did x-rays. They did like $1,400 later. Y'all know the emergency vet.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what happens there.
Yep.
So the next day I talked to Miss Jan and she says she's not eating. So I was like, okay, something is seriously wrong. So then I take her to my vet, Dr. Wright, and they do some more x-rays and so try to figure out what's going on before they have to do surgery and see what's in her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, I'm going to try to make her throw up. And I said, okay. So he comes back and he has this pan and he said, are these sweet potatoes? And I was like, I believe so. And I was like, okay. So I give my dogs little pieces of sweet potato for a treat, but not, I mean, they only get, a few every day.
Yeah.
There were like 15 in this tray.
And they were still full size?
Yes.
No way.
She had swallowed them whole. So I was like, okay, I don't know what happened. So I called Miss Jan and I said, did Hollis get into the sweet potatoes? And she said, oh my gosh, I forgot. I accidentally spilled the bowl on the kitchen floor and I could not get Hollis off of them. She was eating them so fast.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, my goodness. So that's what's going on here. And so anyways, long story short, they kept Hollis overnight. I picked her up yesterday and she's doing great. She's eating again. So we're getting back to normal. Thank goodness. But Miss Jan, my mother-in-law, y'all, I love this woman. I'm telling you, I wish everybody could have a mother-in-law like her because she is one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
I love her and I love her living with us and I love being able to help take care of her.
Yeah.
And she said, well, I'm paying for it. She said, that was my fault. I am paying the bill.
Oh, well, good for her.
I was like, you don't have to do that. She said, yep. She said, I am paying for this. This was my fault. And I was like, I felt so bad that she paid for it, but then I felt so good. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is great.
Was it the kind of, you don't have to pay for it, but yet your eyes are deadlocked with her and your hands out? You don't have to, and your hands approaching her face?
No, I would never do that with her.
You don't have to
do
pay
that.
for it. No,
Look, I didn't.
Really?
This was something she told me over the phone. She said, I'm sending you the money. And I mean, she Zelled me the money in like 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, good for her for just owning up to it, taking responsibility, sending them money, but that's an expensive oopsie.
It is. I worry.
Yes.
Miss Jan,
that's the kind of woman she is. She is
Miss
so
Jan,
fabulous.
Miss Jan is on a fixed income. I worry about what she's going to have to do this weekend too. I worry.
They're going to make her play extra rounds of Mahjong.
It's always been a plan up on stage. Miss Jan. Good for her. I'm glad your dog's okay. I'm glad you solved the mystery because that was so weird.
It was so crazy. I mean, they couldn't figure it out at the emergency vet. They took x-rays and the radiologist was like, I think I see something. And then when I took her to my vet the next day, because Dr. Wright is the best vet ever.
Is it true that at the emergency vet, if they don't know what's going on, they just let you leave without paying? Is that true? If they don't,
Are you kidding me?
That's not true.
They will lasso you.
I was going to say, did you call the emergency vet and say, like, I spent X amount of money and time at your place last night and you told me nothing was wrong, but this was actually wrong?
No.
Why not?
You don't tell them, no.
Well, because they did. They just could not figure it out. They did give her a pain shot.
Okay.
Which kind of helped her get through the night.
Okay.
But
it helped.
Yeah.
It was just sitting there. The potatoes were just sitting in her stomach. They wouldn't digest. They wouldn't go through her intestine. She was miserable.
Aww.
I don't blame her. I'm glad the dog's okay.
Yeah, Hollis is my little cavapoo, and she is, oh, Lord, she's so sweet.
So Miss Jan owned up to this. How many of us can say that we realized it was our fault and said, you know what, this is my bad. How much?
Yep.
All right.
Well,
I'm going to pay up.
It's funny because I had to cancel my hair appointment with Amber with like my appointment was at 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I canceled at like 10:45 because I got to get home. I got to go take her back to the vet. So next week when I go see Amber, I'm going to pay her for that appointment.
You are. And that is also because Miss Jan can be seen tonight on the main stage. 2 shows, one at 7:30, then the late one at 11:30.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't Amber's fault that my dog got sick, but I cost her a lot of money, doing my hair.
Yeah.
So. And there was going to be a fabulous listener there, too, that was getting her hair done that I was going to get to meet. So
next time.
I'm so sorry about that.
So 2 different ways here. Who can say, listen, I had to do something similar. It was my fault. I didn't say something or I missed something. I totally owned it and I paid up because it was the right thing to do. Or you found out that somebody was at fault and you not extorted, but you strongly suggested that they make things right.
Yeah.
Because it was their fault. What were the circumstances? Tell us what happened.